Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, it is 2009 all over again. Why do I say that? Well, it's because we're seeing some parallels with what happened then and what happens now with a particular network, a gaming network, G4. Here we go. So as not to bury the lead, G4 TV has been hit with major layoffs already, less than a year after relaunching. So you're seeing somewhere between 20 and 30 staffers so far getting their release papers, so to speak. And again, this is a brand name that had built-in resonance with gamers, especially long-term gamers, and it seemed like a win when it came back less than a year ago. People were pretty excited. It retained a lot of its audience from its previous viewership, and until a completely unhinged feminist rant was doing pretty well. And of course, I'm referring to Frost's rant, which has been wonderfully parodied by the comedian Chrissy Mayer over on Friday Night Tights. But hey, that's another story. So it seems there are HR professionals that were going person to personally give them the news that they were leaving. And the timing and the severity of these cuts caught the staff by surprise, at least according to Kotaku. The talent showed up today to perform, and a somewhat cryptic tweet recently went out saying that the entire slate of programs for the day had been canceled. It's not clear just how deep these cuts will be either. Supposedly, we're talking about 20 to 30 staff members so far. If it goes deeper than that, we don't know. We'll find out. Apparently, the people that were being released are going to get somewhere between 16 weeks, that's 4 months, and 6 months of severance based on their tenure with Comcast and G4's parent company. Now, if they've been there for less than a year, I would imagine most of them would receive the 4-month treatment as far as that's concerned. According to Kotaku, three of their sources have said that G4's finances have been in bad shape for some time, and that managers were tasked for looking for cost savings whenever possible. Well, looks like they found some in their people. Obviously, things came to a head when the then G4 president, Russell Aarons, discussed the troubles that the business was facing and proposed unrealistic revenue goals for the year ahead. I think anything more than $10 was probably unrealistic, considering how many people they pushed away from their network and their shows. But hey, that's commentary on my part. So the staff at that point in time felt blindsided, said one source, because the lack of clear goals for measuring success up to that point just weren't there. So I can imagine that kind of did hit them out of left field, that they were going to need to perform. I guess now that's new to people. You have to do well in order to remain in business. But of course, Aarons left shortly after that and replaced by Comcast Spectator CEO Joe Marsh, and he's very interested in ways to slash the budget. And again, I think they found a way to do that. They just recently announced a whole slate of shows, as I may have mentioned, one of which was a show on XPlay called The God of Work, which of course is a play on words for Sony's hit series God of War. Again, this is a completely relaunched entity that retains very few of the original members. I think, if memory serves, I think only Sessler was the one that actually made it back onto television, at least with G4 at the time. G4 was a tried and true property. It had a built-in fan base, as I mentioned before, and it looks like it may exist for only a short while longer. That's a real shame, and it's unfortunate people are losing their jobs. I'm not rooting for that. What I am rooting for is for people to understand that you can't just outright attack the people who got you what you have. It doesn't work that way. And hopefully this will be some kind of a cautionary tale, whether or not G4 survives or not. But, as I always ask, what do you think? Do you think that this is a situation that was easily foreseen, especially after the rant that happened just a few months ago? Or do you think that it's possible that the network can turn itself around and maybe bring back some of the fans that it lost? I don't know. I'm asking you. Feel free to use the comment section down below, and of course we will have an exchange, I hope, talking about what the future of G4 might be. I have a feeling it's going to have some more pink slips in its future, probably some more changes of online and on-screen talent. Hey, that's just me. With that being said, support independent creators because they absolutely need your support. They cover stories like this in a very different way than you usually get from the mainstream media, and that's a good thing. And they need your support because they're not going to be promoted in the algorithm. So the fact that you hit the like button, you subscribe to their channel, you make comments, and you share their material is of paramount importance. And with that, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye.
Hey there, one last quick note before I let you go. And before we make it to the end of this video, I, CultureCasino, have a brand new Teespring store. That's right, you can now go to Teespring, look up CultureCasino, or use the link in the video below, and pick out some handsome and beautiful CultureCasino merchandise with many different designs and styles and colors, many different items. I was actually surprised at all of the things that you could create, and I have some more designs and items on the way here shortly. But, you know, if you want to support the channel in that way, there is some merch. Otherwise, here comes the ending.